Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So this is the love predictions reading for September 2020. If you haven't seen the general predictions reading, I'm going to link it in the description box, so I would recommend to go and watch that as well, because I know a lot of you like to keep the love and general predictions readings separate, so I always do them separately. So this is just focusing on love. And I want to say, you guys, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe we've got this far. When I started this channel back in January, I absolutely did not have this kind of expectation of success, so thank you to each and every one of you who is a subscriber. You've honestly made my day. It was just such a wonderful time, and my mother got to be the 10,000th subscriber as well. She was waiting with her finger on the button until it got to 9999, so she's very happy with that as well. So I am planning a few things as a thank you, and I'll kind of tell you more about that in the future because I'm not 100% settled on the things, but my patrons have voted for something new for the channel, so there is going to be a new thing that we're going to be using when that arrives. But I also wanted to introduce you to someone special. So this is Gustave, and he is my little skiing gnome. And I've had him for as long as I've had the other gnomes as well, but I just, for some reason, haven't brought him onto the channel before, so I thought I would use him on our pick a card today. So as you can see, we've got 3 piles, and in the last video I shuffled on camera, which is something I normally only do for private readings, just because it means I can spend more time kind of talking rather than shuffling on the video, but a lot of you really liked that, so I'm going to do that again today. As you can see, we've got 3 different sets of tarot cards. So let's look at the piles. So first of all, we've got Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, and we're using the Fairy Lights Tarot with him. So that's pile 1. So just ask yourself, what is coming up for my love life in September? And then on pile 2, we have the lovely Gustave. I'll show you him again. My skiing gnome, and we're using the Ramses Tarot of Eternity with him. And then pile 3 is Pascale from Tangled, the Rapunzel movie. And we're using the Oceanic Tarot with him today, but I don't just want you to pick a pile, I want you to pick a gnome as well. So your gnomes are going to give you some extra messages, and they're also going to give you channeled messages. So Gnome A is Gismund. And this is something we do every so often on my channel, just to make it a bit different. You get a layered reading, and it kind of makes it a bit more personal to you. Pile 2, sorry, not pile 2, Gnome B. I try and do 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, C, and D in case people forget the names. So Gnome B is Gunvald. And these 2 have a kind of fluffy hat, and then the next 2 have a knitted hat. So Gnome C is Geir. And finally, Gnome D is Gjord. So it's fine to choose more than one pile or more than one gnome. You know, this is kind of a way of making it a bit more personalised for you. If you're struggling to pick, I recommend just pausing the video, taking as much time as you need, take a few deep breaths, really focus in on what is coming towards you in love in September. And I say don't choose the character that you like the look of the most. Choose whichever one you're feeling, you know, the most intuitively pulled towards. So for example, I'm sure a lot of you really like Gustave, but if you really can't take your eyes off Pascale, then he will be the pile that's more accurate for you. Same with the gnomes. I know a lot of you have favourite gnomes, but sometimes I feel like a different one might call out to you in the reading. So just choose intuitively, because that will give you a more accurate reading. I also want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons, including Alex, Alexandra, Kat, Ashley, Jeanette and Kelly. Thank you so much for your support over on Patreon. Anyone who wants to help out the channel, Patreon is a good way to do that. I've got all the links in the description box. That's just a way to get to know me better and to get access to exclusive content. The channel also now has Instagram, so I'll be posting that below. And I have an Etsy page for private readings and angel healing sessions, and I have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and also an Amazon wishlist for tarot and oracle cards. So the lovely Angel sent me these cards the other day. I'm really pleased with them. We're going to use them in this reading as well. So anyone who feels generous enough to send a set of cards like her, that would be really lovely. But I'm pretty sure I've rambled for long enough now, so I'm going to start with pile number 1, and I'll shuffle on camera. So let's get ready for that. Okay, so if you chose pile 1 with Perry the Platypus, then this is your reading, or the main part of your reading, I should say, because you will get more cards and some channeled messages with your gnomes. So let's shuffle the cards. I like to do tarot first, but if you're new to the channel, please stick around because you get charms and dice on the main pile as well, so make sure you get your full reading here. Also, if you didn't hear until the end of the announcement at the beginning, I do have Instagram for the channel now, so that is going to be linked in the description box, and I think I'll put it on the timestamps as well for those of you that are interested. I'll be doing just pulling a card for the day occasionally. There'll be updates about the channel, all those fun things. So group 1, your love life in September. Let's see what we get. Okay, so a few cards have jumped out. So we have the World, really interesting start, very powerful card to begin with. And then we've got Justice. So you guys starting off with 2 major arcanas. And then we have the Page of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So I'll read the little section of the guidebook because I like this deck. It's got a kind of mystical feeling to it with the guidebook, and they only have like 1 sentence or 2 sentences as a description, but I think that some of you might just really resonate with what these say. So I'll get this out of the way first. So the World says, from the cosmic egg of creation, the world is born anew. Things are coming to perfect completion and a new cycle is about to begin. And then the Justice card says, between the balancing pillars of light and dark, justice holds the scales that weigh the righteousness of every act. Be truthful and worthy in all your undertakings, for they are the measure of your soul. Then Page of Swords. It says, one who can face difficult adversaries with the bravery of his soul and the determination of his principles. And then finally with the 3 of Cups. Friends offer the precious gifts of care and companionship. Celebrate all the ways they touch your life. Okay, so with that out the way, I'm going to say what I'm seeing here. Firstly, I'm getting a lot of air energy, particularly from these 2 central cards. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, those are showing up here, especially Libra, that's being shown twice. I'm feeling like you are either leaving someone behind or you're kind of changing your relationship with someone in some way. It may just be your relationship to yourself or to love in general. It's like you're closing off one period of your life and you're starting to look for fresh new beginnings. And it feels as though almost maybe that period of life for you was very dark or unhealthy, because with the Justice card straight after it, it feels like you want to start this new life on the right foot. You know, you want to make the good choices, you want to make the best decisions for yourself, you want to be moral and righteous and all of these things. It feels like a lot of you are kind of moving into this new chapter of your life or your relationship with improved morals, or like this kind of guideline as to what you're going to do. It's like you know what you're doing as you move forward. And then with the Page of Swords and the 3 of Cups, I wonder if some of you are talking to someone who is in your friendship group, or are interested in someone in your friendship group, because the 3 of Cups is all about friends, spending time with people in like a light-hearted, playful way. So some of you are trying to expand your social circle, but with the Page of Swords here, I really feel as though there is someone who's caught your eye and you're just not sure if they have the same feelings for you, or there's someone that you're dating but there is difficulty with communication here. When I get the Page of Swords, I always think of kind of communication difficulties, you know, not seeing eye to eye or having different ways of expressing love or expressing yourselves, and it's causing a little bit of conflict, I feel. So maybe you have been out of contact with someone, or someone has kind of hurt you that you were dating and you're like, look, we've got to lay down some ground rules now. This is what I expect of you. For some of you, you are just kind of crushing on someone or wondering if someone has feelings for you. For some of you, there are rumors involved as well, because I get a kind of rumory, gossipy feeling from that card. So let's see what else I can get for you. So we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So maybe that's what you're moving away from. You know, maybe there was someone that you liked and they just didn't feel the same way. Or someone in your friendship group who was very attached to you, but you just weren't able to requite that love, or weren't able to give them what you know, wanted to give, what they wanted you to give them, and you're trying to move on from that while still having the moral high ground. Like, I feel as though you're not someone who wants to hurt anyone. I feel as though if this was someone who said that they were interested in you and they told you how they felt, and you just didn't have the same feelings, I feel like you tried to let them down very gently and in a very caring way. So that will resonate with some of you. Some of you have been wondering if someone feels the same way about you as you do about them, and I feel like some of you really worried that your crush or the person you're dating just isn't really that interested in you. But your feelings are definitely there, so let's get you some more cards. You are limitless. Number 4, you can do anything you choose. What a beautiful card. And I feel like that's very empowering for some of you who have felt a bit stuck or a bit trapped. Let's get a clarifying card, actually, for those of you who are unsure if someone likes you or not. Let's get a clarifying card. Oh, okay, so we've got the Hanged Man here. So there's like the spider fairy who is catching this person, and to be honest, he doesn't really feel like fighting back. It feels as though you have feelings for someone and you're trying to show them, like you're trying to get their attention. For those of you that this is resonating with, if this isn't, you know, your reading, then feel free to pick another pile or just wait until I've explained this little bit for the people who do resonate with this, because I feel like there's a few different situations going on here. But if you do have feelings for someone and you're not sure if they like you back, I feel like this person's kind of indecisive. Like you are showing them that you have feelings for them, or you're trying to get them to realize, or trying to get them alone, trying to get them to understand that you have these feelings. And they are just kind of like this, I mean, like this face is just like, what do I do? You know, it's a little bit fear, and it's a little bit like, just, I'm gonna wait and see what happens, you know, I'm not gonna make a move unless I'm pushed. That's what I'm getting from this person. So this person feels a little bit confused in many ways. So I feel like give this person time, don't be too, you know, in their face about it, because if you end up forcing their hand, for those of you that are involved in this situation, then I think they might just say no, just because they don't want to get involved in something too quickly. So that's what I get from that person, is this kind of feeling of, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure yet, I need more time. Hearing the name Jack for some of you, Jack, and Richard as well. Es gibt etwas Besseres. There is something better. Okay, so if this person really isn't showing you that they care about you, or if you are moving on from someone who just wasn't able to give you what you wanted, then please do know that there is something better out there for you. There is new love on the horizon. And I like that with that card about being limitless as well. You can do anything that you choose. You know, you have all of these opportunities out there. It's a really beautiful card. And I'm drawn as well to these 2 swans, because swans mate for life. And that just, again, makes me feel like you will find that person who is right for you. Okay, so then we have 2 cards. We've got a black card and a white card. The white ones are Gnade or mercy, and the black ones are Opfer or victim. So this one says number 46, Kind Gottes, so child of God. And so this is saying that you are kind of understanding that you are part of God, you are part of the divine, you are learning maybe law of attraction, or learning that everyone deserves the same level of respect, or that everyone has the spark of divinity within them, even if they seem really kind of low vibrational, bogged down in spite and meanness and negativity. You know, everyone does have that divine spark within them. And this is what I like here, like being lifted from this place of being trapped, this kind of barren, cold landscape, being lifted into something new and abundant. I really, really like this. So you are being given some kind of divine intervention or divine rescue at this time, group 1. And then you have number 6, Glaubenssätze, so belief systems. And as you can see, this man and woman are in the same space, but they're looking at it very, very differently. So the woman is seeing it as being a field full of flowers, seeing it very optimistically, and the man is seeing it as very cold and barren and dark. So I feel like for some of you, this represents 2 people's views of the same connection or relationship. Like one of you is seeing it in a very rosy way, thinking, oh, you know, we could be together and it's lovely, or we can get through this dark time, and the other person is just seeing it negatively, thinking, you know, I don't want to put in the effort, or I'm not sure this will work out. So I feel like it's saying, you know, 2 people having conflicting views, or just within yourself needing to find the optimistic viewpoint and recognizing that you are a child of God. Some really lovely messages coming through here. Okay, so then we have number 14, initiation and the Count Saint-Germain, and it's in reverse. So this is the only deck that I read reversals for, you guys, because actually I really like the way that it's explained, and I think the reversals kind of really make sense. Sometimes I feel like they don't, but this is all about Count Saint-Germain and kind of enlightenment. So let's read the reversal, because I've never actually read the reverse side of this card before. It says, the time of your initiation has been upon you, but you are holding on to old ways and are resistant to the wonderful changes at hand. The old things and relationships that keep your energy low are not your safety net, but rather the opposite. They keep you mired in your difficulties. Even if the lower energy people and things keeping you down are gone, you may be stuck on their loss or just afraid to move on to something new. Whatever is keeping you from pursuing your higher evolution must be confronted. Don't block your movement to a higher utilization of force and mind. With it, you can change your life and the very face of the world. So, wow, that's incredible. I feel like a lot of you have had something end for you with the world, but just haven't fully moved on energetically, or some of you are kind of stuck wondering if you could have behaved better, or if things could have turned out differently because of your behavior. And I feel like this card is just saying, look, leave it in the past. You know, the past is in the past. If someone has turned you down, or if someone has turned out not to be that nice, then I feel like just making your peace with that, as difficult as it is to do, you know, we can all say it, but it can be hard to find that peace within you sometimes. But I think trying to make your peace with the situation, even if you haven't had closure from it, is the best thing to do here for your own health and for your own positive future. You know, this is this lovely freedom that I'm seeing again. I'm really getting drawn back to this card. Then we have Ostara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So this real feeling of a new start here, like you have gone through this period of darkness, or I just want to keep saying this barren time, like the word barren keeps coming to me. So maybe some of you have had fertility issues, but I feel like a lot of you have just felt like you've given someone attention and you've got nothing back for that effort, or that you just haven't had the opportunity to kind of express yourself to someone. That's what I'm seeing. Then we've got number 25, breakthrough to new dimensions. So this word new keeps coming up. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. Wow. So really breaking through into a new time in your life, a new period of life, new way of thinking as well. I feel like this is just all about gaining more power. You know, it feels very highly charged, high vibrational, very energetic. Masquerade. Someone has not been speaking their truth, or someone has been kind of stringing you along, not being truthful to you. So I really feel like there is some hurt for you here, group one. And like I said, if it's not resonating, please do pick another pile, because I feel like even though there's a lot of different situations here, it feels quite specific. Like a lot of you really have been left disappointed, or you've had to say no to someone romantically and it's left you feeling a little bit empty, like, am I now going to get bad karma or something? But I feel like a lot of you just really haven't been able to speak your truth to someone, or someone has lied to you or held something back from you, and you just feel betrayed, a lot of you, or just really down. Like I'm getting quite a down energy here. Wow, then you've got a lot of gods coming through for you. So you have Ra, power, beautiful card. Then you have Ganesha, obstacles, and Apuch, fear. Okay, so I'm going to read the little 2 sentences for each of these gods as well. So Ra, some of you might work with these gods as patron deities. Ra says, know that you have power and it is real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. I think that's a really powerful message for a lot of you right now, because some of you feel like your power or your agency has been taken away from you because of this situation where someone just hasn't been giving you what you want, or someone has made you feel small or rejected or betrayed. Ganesha says obstacles are removed or placed for good reason. Invite in a drama-free life. And then finally, Apuch says, examine your fears. What is there to be afraid of? You are being asked to confront what frightens you. Wow. So kind of really tackling the situation head on, I feel. So let's get you an affirmation card. and then we'll do your charms and dice, group 1. So these affirmation cards are from the lovely Angel. She sent them to me from my wish list. So if she is in the comments section somewhere, please do show her some love, you guys. So group 1, September love affirmation. Okay. Lessons. I look for opportunities in life's challenges via my dreams and I learn the lesson. Interesting, because that really resonates with what this card was saying about obstacles being removed or placed for a reason. So there is some kind of underlying lesson to learn here, whether it's about putting your happiness and self-worth in the hands of someone else, or whether it's about just trusting someone or seeing the good in someone when they continue to hurt you. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like for a lot of you, well, there's always a lesson to learn, you know. Sometimes we can't see it immediately because we just feel so upset, but there is definitely a lesson to learn here. And know that you are limitless and that there is something better waiting for you. That's definitely what I'm getting from these cards. And kind of changing your perspective and realizing that there is a better future out there and that you are a child of God is going to help you move forward. So let's get your charms on top now. If you don't like the sound of them being shuffled, or if you have the volume turned up really loud, you might want to turn it down just while I shuffle. Group 1, love in September. Okay, so the worry doll fell out while I was shuffling. So a lot of you have been through a lot of worry or fear. I'm seeing a few initials here, O on Ostara, which is interesting. Some of you work with Ostara, and F. So O and F. That could be people's names, surnames, place names. We've got Scorpio as well coming through to match with the air energy that was coming through earlier. So let's see what else we've got. We've got the frog, which is a symbol of a good friend. So this is to do with your friendship circle for a lot of you. There is someone who kind of had a crush on you, or you were getting close to someone in your friendship group and it just didn't work out. We've got the feminine there that could represent you if you are the feminine energy, leaving something behind. Got a good luck charm there. This is also a symbol of fire elementals and the fairy kingdom, because you've got the fairy tarot here. And you have the angel feather as well. So a lot of kind of divine, magical energy around you at this time. You've got the crown, symbol of free will and sovereignty. You now get to make the choices that affect you in some way. You're not here to allow other people to determine your happiness or determine what happens in your life. You know, you've got to make those choices now for your own happiness. I can see winter as well, which is interesting with the Father Christmas charm there. So obviously this guy is seeing the situation as being winter-like, but I don't know if there is some connection to winter for some of you, either when something happened or plans relating to winter that you're worried about. We've got the olive branch as well. So someone may reach out to you in the winter time, or you might reach out to them. Got the diva bunny as well. So this is also saying that you are kind of seeing this situation and blowing it up to be bigger than it needs to be, just because of your own frame of reference. You know, you're making this into more of a big situation than it needs to be. So you can find peace from this situation. Music and creativity will help that. You listen to music that is empowering rather than sad or angry music. And also I feel like expressing yourself creatively will help you. If you can write down your feelings, or if you can paint something or sculpt something, that is going to be helpful. We've got the pig of abundance as well. Some of you dealing with people born in the year of the pig. But pig of abundance means that abundance is coming your way. This situation will be fixed for you. You will find peace from this. And confronting the shadow self, there is this need to kind of look at what makes you afraid and deal with it. You know, the first step is acknowledging it, and then the second step is being able to deal with it. We've got the bee here, the honeybee with the honeycomb. Hard work leads to sweet rewards. So working on coming back into your own power, because it's landed on that Ra card. And then we have the jade ball. So finances and career are kind of lucky and positively aspected in this month. So that's a nice little extra message. So let's get your dice on top as well, you guys. So we're going to use the 6th set of dice, and that is the Voyager's dice. So they look like this. And then I'm going to roll this dice to see how many of them we use. 4. Okay. Okay, so group 1, love life in September. We've got that musical symbol coming through again, so a lot of you really creative and using music as kind of healing. Sound healing as well will resonate with some of you. We've got the buffering dice there as well, feeling like you're finally understanding the situation, like slowly coming to terms with it or slowly realizing what is happening. For some of you, this situation has kind of unfolded quite slowly as well. Then we've got the octopus, being very busy, doing lots of things at once, juggling a lot of things, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this as well. And finally, the rice, nurturing your soul, you know, taking care of yourself on that physical and emotional level. Rice is something that I consider to be soul food, as well as like chicken soup and all of those really good wholesome foods. So taking care of yourself is important. I feel like this is a bit of a healing message for you, group 1, and it's not, I don't think that a lot of you have really been healing from this for a long time. I feel like for a lot of you this has kind of just happened quite recently, or you keep going through it in your mind, because I get this sense of like not quite being over this yet. So it's almost like you're finally coming to terms with something, or you're finally realizing that this is the truth of the situation, and now you're starting to face it and acknowledge it and move forward. So there is definitely positivity in the future. Again, I'm looking at those 2 swans there. But it's like you need to make your peace with this situation in order to fully move forward. So that was this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do give this video a big like, thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed it, but also go and choose your gnome if you haven't already, or just jump to the timestamps to get your gnome, because that will get you your channeled messages and some extra cards to make this more personalized for you. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Please comment as well if you enjoyed it, because I do try to reply to all of them, or at least react to them, you know, if it's just a little comment. So yeah, I'm going to move on to pile 2 now, but definitely go and check out your gnome as well. Hey there everyone who chose group 2 with Gustave, the skiing gnome. These are your main messages, but remember to pick your main gnome as well, because they will give you your channeled messages and also some extra cards, just basically to make it more like a personalized reading. A lot of you really like it when I do this. And if you're new to the channel, please stick around, because you get charms and dice here as well as cards, so make sure you stay and get your full reading. I also want to say, in case you missed the announcement at the beginning, that the channel now has Instagram, so I'll be posting the link to that probably in the timestamps comment and in the description box as well. So if you want to go and follow me, that would be lovely. I'll be posting cards every so often as like a daily thing, and I'll also be updating things about the channel on there. So group 2, what's coming up in your love life in September? Okay, let's see what we have. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles here. Then the Justice card. Interesting, the second card in group 1 was Justice as well, even though it was a different deck. Then we've got Page of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing Libra and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as the signs represented here. So all of the earth signs plus Libra. What I'm seeing is there being quite a nice balanced exchange. If you are in a relationship with someone, or if you're dating or interested in someone, then I feel like there are some nice energies being exchanged here. It feels quite equal and balanced, at least towards the beginning and middle of the month. I'm seeing you also working hard on growing closer to someone, or working hard on kind of getting yourself ready for love. If you haven't got anyone in mind, it's like you're working hard to feel like you've got your mojo back. You know, some of you will be working on your body a little bit, like maybe getting a haircut, doing your nails, some of you trying to lose weight or tone up in some way, some of you trying to just stay more hydrated, focus on hair. Like there is something that you are trying to do just to improve the way you feel about yourself a little bit. So positive body image there as well, and I see you making progress with that. And then we've got the 7 of Cups as well, so I feel like you have more than one option when it comes to love. So either there's more than one person that you're interested in, or there will be more than one person interested in you towards the end of the month is what I'm seeing. But there's some nice kind of balanced energy here, which seems to be very kind and caring. So let's get you some more cards. Wow. Okay, so we've got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And then we have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. And I do get quite a light-hearted energy from the Seven of Cups when it comes to love. Like this feeling of going out there, flirting, you know, not really being too attached to anyone, but just trying to get your energy out there, wanting to be noticed, you know, wanting to have options, keep your options open, those kinds of energies. But the Page of Pentacles is pretty diligent, so I don't feel like you're someone who has loose morals or someone who like plays people or anything like that. I feel like you just want to get out there and feel noticed again and feel like you're being sociable with people, because a lot of people obviously haven't been able to do that for quite a long time. It feels like you just want to get your energy back out there again, which is nice. So as well with the Justice card, I feel like you do have quite strong principles, quite strong morals, or a very strong idea of what you will and will not do. So then we have forgiveness, number 29. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So maybe some of you have been hurt in love in the past, or you have, you know, a particular person that treated you quite unkindly and you're trying to get over that, you're trying to heal from that. But I definitely see this kind of healthy energy of forgiveness coming through for you in September. Then we've got number 13, gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. So yeah, it feels like you really are trying to follow a particular course of action. Like I said, it feels like you know what you want to do, you know what you will and won't accept. And the Page of Pentacles has this diligent, committed kind of feeling to it. So maybe you've been holding off online dating for a very long time and now you're finally giving it a go. Or maybe, you know, you've said you'll never let anyone set you up with someone, but you finally agreed to let your friend set you up on a date with someone. It feels like you're changing tack just a little bit, but it's still on your terms. Wow, Wings of Light. Okay, this is a beautiful card about healing as well. So some of you have been hurt in the past in love. This is saying that your angels are close and that they want to give you a lovely message of healing. Really, really lovely, beautiful card. Your angels are around you right now. Then Aries, war. I really feel like you are trying to quell these feelings of anger or vengefulness that you might have been feeling about someone for some time, and you're trying to just get back into the energy of love, compassion, forgiveness. As I said, it feels as though your energy is calming down a little bit in this month and you just want to have fun again. You just want to open up to more positive energies. You know, you're done holding on to the past. You're done being resentful. You're done feeling like that bitter person who is just rehashing the past, and you're looking forward to the future. And I think that's a really wonderful, wonderful thing to be doing. I keep looking back at the Page of Pentacles and she's kind of pointing at this blueprint for a ship. And so it feels like you've got this blueprint of what you want your future to look like. Some of you are working with the law of attraction. Some of you are just deciding to do things a little bit differently, or to really start focusing on love. And you're welcoming it. Dropping things. Okay. 9. With an exclamation mark, landing right next to the war card. Yes, saying no. Saying no to anger and aggression. And then kein Grund zur Sorge, no reason to worry. Really lovely card. Like you're just getting back that nice, fresh, calm energy. We've got 2 goddess cards for you. Siege, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And then Mary Magdalene. Oh my goodness, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. You guys, this is so close to what I was saying about forgiveness. So, okay, Siege, quiet time. Some of you have been taking time just to get over a past disappointment or a past, issue in a relationship. For some of you, you may be trying to work on a relationship and bringing it back together, but I think that the main message is about getting back out there and welcoming in new energy, because you've actually finally moved on from someone that you've just realized is not a good person to be around. And then this Mary Magdalene card, it literally says in the guidebook that you are not going to lower yourself by justifying or explaining yourself or getting involved in human bickering, because those levels are lower, they are lower vibrational, and you choose to work from a high vibration of love and forgiveness and compassion. So I just think that's an amazing message. Really lovely, because that's just like so much in alignment with what I was talking about. Wow. Okay. So then we have Uriel and the Sphinx, number 21. So Archangel Uriel coming out for you now. And I am going to read from the guidebook for this deck, because I always read from the guidebook with this one. I like the way that it explains everything so well. So it says, Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. Here, the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and probably the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you've begun already and you've made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you, Uriel, whose name means Fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom he has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. Now, firstly, what I find so interesting is that you've got this Sphinx card when you chose the Ramses Tower of Eternity deck that we're using. I know you chose Gustave, but it's the Egyptian deck that we were using. So a lot of you have got a strong connection to Egypt. Maybe some of you have patron gods from the Egyptian pantheon. But what is, again, I'm seeing is that you're finally kind of realizing what was going on in this situation, and you're getting your power back. You're realizing, actually, I wasn't to blame for this situation, or this situation doesn't define me. It's just a small part of my life. It's a small experience that I can put in the past now. So I think that's just so wonderful that you got that card. A lot of healing and rising up going on. So then you have, number 3, Schuld. So Schuld is guilt, and this is an Opfer or victim card. That's what the black-backed cards are called. So guilt has been keeping you a victim for a long time, blaming yourself for what happened or for the way things turned out, and you're just finally realizing, nope, I'm not to blame. I'm not guilty. I'm innocent of this situation. I did nothing wrong. Or even if I did something differently, the outcome wouldn't have changed. And so I think that's going to be very healing for a lot of you to hear that you did nothing wrong. There was nothing you could have done to change whatever this situation was. And now you're finally getting back out there and feeling that lovely, flirtatious, light-hearted energy again. So let's get you an affirmation card, and then we'll do your charms and dice. So these are courtesy of the lovely Angel who sent them to me. So thank you so much, Angel. If she's in the comments, please show us some love, you guys. These were on my wish list on Amazon. So group 2, love affirmation for September. Oh, that was quick. Trust. I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan. And I feel like that is what you've realized as well, that there was some kind of reason or lesson behind what you were learning, what you were going through. So you're just choosing to forgive and move forward. So such a beautiful message, you guys. So let's get your charms and dice on top. If you don't like the sound of the charms being shuffled, or if you have the volume turned up really loud, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them. Okay, so this musical symbol fell out while I was shuffling. So some of you choosing to listen to music that is empowering and uplifting rather than angry or sad or kind of that wallowing music. Also, creativity is a powerful outlet for a lot of you to kind of get out your feelings, get out what you've been going through. So I'm seeing the letter F as well. So for some of you, that will be someone's name or surname. It might be a word that comes to you as well. We've got Ganesha. So another deity coming through for you. Ganesha is the Hindu god of healing, of wisdom, and of overcoming obstacles. So I think he works very well with you at this time. Whenever I get a god card or a goddess card or a god charm coming out for you, it means that this god is in your energy and wants to work with you if that is something you feel comfortable with. So I always recommend, if you feel called to do a meditation or a prayer or lighting a candle and saying a little blessing to that god, because it shows that they're around you and that they want to help you. You've also got 1, 2 winter symbols. So winter is important here. Maybe when something happened for you or someone's kind of important birthday or something. We've got the angel feather as well that landed on the Wings of Light card. So definitely angels are strongly around you, and I can see this guardian angel as well. And that angel card is all about healing, that your angels are helping you to get through a difficult time in your life. You got the death charm, leaving something behind, and the cartouche, another Egyptian symbol. So the cartouche is saying that you are divinely protected for this lifetime and for the next one as well. So you are watched over and very kind of divinely protected and involved for 2 entire lifetimes. So just please take that on board. You are not forgotten or neglected by heaven in any way. You are very much loved and cherished and watched over. Then we've got the manta ray here. That's saying go with the flow. As much as it's lovely that you are coming out of your shell and that you are, you know, talking to people, getting back out there, which is wonderful, it's just saying don't push yourself too far or don't rush yourself, you know. Stay with what feels right for you. If you feel like you're going too quickly or you're taking on too much, then just, you know, take a step back. And we've got the gingerbread man as well, which is about a slow burn, something happening over a period of time. So this kind of trust in the universe has been something that it's taken time for you to build up, I feel. Oh, you've got one of my new charms. You have, this says made for an angel, and it's a little angel. So lots of angelic energy here. Some of you work with angels already, I feel, because these are going to be some lovely confirmations for you. And of course you've got Archangel Uriel in this reading. Then you've got the snake. So some of you dealing with people born in the year of the snake. The snake also means someone who is like an unlikely friend or an unlikely ally. So you might find in this battle or in this war that someone who was on the other side, like defending someone who hurt you or very close to someone who hurt you, turns out to actually be on your side or to give you some kind of comfort or advice or help. So don't be too hostile to people, because I think that there will be some surprises in this month. And we've got another Chinese year of the pig here. This is the Celtic pig of abundance, so abundance coming your way. So we've got year of the snake, year of the pig, stability, security, beautiful, you are beautiful, what a lovely charm. You've got the lovely crown that's telling you that you have free will now. Now that you're out of this situation, you get to make the decisions that are meaningful to you. You don't need to take into account anyone else's preferences or needs, you know, just do what you know is right. We've got the fish skeleton as well. I think for a long time you felt not good enough, or you felt unworthy, or like you didn't have enough to be with someone or to be noticed by someone, but I feel like this is just telling you you are beautiful. Some of you have been quite insecure about your body in the past, or about a certain aspect of your body. So for some of you it's something overall like weight, and for some of you it's something like concentrated, like your teeth or your hair, or I don't know, like skin maybe, I'm not sure, but some of you really have been insecure about your body, and that is changing in this month. We've got a beautiful love heart. The salamander, so some of you working with fire elementals or having a lot of fire energy in your chart. Another god charm, oh my goodness, Hermes or Mercury. Wow. Hermes is one of my patron gods, so he's coming out to help you as well. He's the messenger god in Greek and Roman pantheon. And another new charm, the poodle. Someone is very excited to see you, or you're going to be very excited being around someone in this month. So definitely look forward to some flirting, definitely look forward to some new connections, to some laughter. Really lovely energy here. So we'll get your dice, see what else they can tell us. Okay, we're using the second set of dice, which is the original dice. Let's get those. They look like this. Okay. And we're rolling all 9 of them for you today. Okay. Very lucky group 2. So group 2, love life in September. Right. Wow. Some lovely repeated messages here. So first of all, I've got the bee. And this just makes me think about some of you having been stung, having been hurt in the past, but also that you're now very busy. Like, you're busy as a bee. You're working hard. You're focusing on yourself, really getting your mojo back. You're blossoming. There's this sense of opening up and flowering, and that's beautiful. You've been shocked by something that's happened. Something may have happened quite suddenly, or you've really been hit and really affected by whatever happened, but now we've got the rainbow. So this kind of light at the end of the tunnel, this calm once the storm has happened, you know, this beautiful rainbow of hope coming out for you. We've got the questioning dice there. So maybe you've been wondering if forgiveness is the right thing for you to do, or whether you should, you know, send that nasty message to someone to let them know how they hurt you. But I feel like that's not the right thing to do, you guys. I feel like just rising above it is probably the best thing to do, and stop questioning yourself as well, because I think in the you've been really rehashing what you've done and said, and everything that went on between you and this person, whoever it was in the past that hurt you. And I feel like it's just not helpful if you keep going over something like that. So let's see what else we have. The household, maybe spending a lot of time with family and in the home. Some of you renovating the house as well, or moving house, trying to get into a new, nice, positive energy. I think of the house as sanctuary when I get that, like the safe space. You've been putting on a brave face as well, some of you, this kind of, you know, smiling through the difficult times, but now that smile is going to be genuine in this month. I definitely see a lot of positivity coming your way. Then we have the footprint, following in someone's footsteps, trying to do what someone else did when they were happy. Feel like also unfollowing people on social media as well is going to be helpful for a lot of you. And then finally, the scarab beetle. So another Egyptian symbol here for you guys. Really think a lot of you have had past lives in Egypt, or you really work with Egyptian deities, because this is such a repeated message in this pile. But yeah, the scarab beetle, I think of kind of getting back to what's sacred and being diligent as well, because the scarab beetle rolls that ball of dung the whole day, and in Egyptian mythology they believed that a giant scarab rolled the sun across the sky. And so I kind of think of cycles as well, that everything has an ending and a beginning, and you are moving on from this situation and the sun is going to rise again. That's what I feel. It's just such a lovely positive message for you guys. So really excited to see what goes on for you in September. So please do like this video if you enjoyed it, but please go and choose your gnome as well if you haven't, or if you've forgotten which one you picked. If you do remember, then just click to the timestamp and see what extra messages and channeled messages as well your gnome has for you. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to move over to pile 3 now. Hi there, group 3. If you chose Pascale from Tangled, then this is the main part of your reading, and then you get to choose your gnome, and he will do your extra messages and your channeled messages as well, just to make it feel a bit more personalized. I know a lot of you really like these layered readings. So also, if you missed the announcement in the beginning of this video, the channel now has Instagram, so I'll be posting the link to that in the description box, and also on the timestamps as well. So if you want to follow me on there, I'll just be posting things like daily cards every now and then. I might not be able to do it every day, but I'll try to do it as often as I can, and I'll be updating things about the channel there as well. Also, if you're new to my channel, please stick around and get your full reading, because we do charms and dice as well as cards here, so make sure you get all of that. So group 3, September love life. Let's see what the cards have to say. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles, potential, Then the Queen of Cups, sensitivity. Death, transformation. And finally, the Page of Wands, creativity. Okay, so what I'm seeing in terms of zodiac signs, you've got a lot of water here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with Scorpio being represented twice because of the Death card. We also have the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel like you are kind of feeling a little bit sentimental, or a little bit, not quite sensitive is the word, but just a bit emotional in this month. You're kind of maybe thinking of the past, or dreaming about the potential of future relationships, or with someone that has kind of caught your eye, because I feel like some of you are brooding a little bit on the past. Maybe you've recently come out of a relationship, or you're just thinking about exes, you know, or what could have been with that person that never really hit it off with you, or that you never really got started with. And I feel like some of you also have a crush on someone. There is like a new person that's caught your eye in September, and this is the Page of Wands figure. So they may be a fire sign, or just someone who's very passionate, creative, enthusiastic, energetic, all of those things. And there is potential with this relationship, I feel. So that's what I'm seeing. I think a lot of you are also getting some psychic downloads, or are getting some quite intuitive dreams, you know, prophetic dreams. So it might be that not a lot moves forward in this month with this person, but I feel like a lot of it is kind of going on in your mind and in your emotions. Like you're just thinking about what your next move with this person is going to be, what you're going to do when you finally see this person again. Some of you really using your creative hobbies as an outlet as well. So we've got new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, so that's definitely what I was getting. And then engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So whether you are kind of dreaming up your wedding with this person, or you're wondering what it'll be like when you're in a committed relationship, you know, I feel like a lot of you are fantasizing a lot in this month and just kind of dreaming of the future, maybe looking back at past relationships as well and wondering how it would have turned out if you'd done something differently. A lot of fantasizing going on. Love makes the difference, number 31. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So definitely this sense of healing from the past, moving on from the past, feeling a lot of potential and excitement with this new person, dreaming of what they can bring you in the future. Number 24, love where you are. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. So we've got that word sensitivity coming through twice now. As I said, I feel like a lot of you very switched on intuitively in this month. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. Okay, so following heart and head. Wow. So I said there was fiery energy here as well, flame of inspiration, and that very creative energy that comes with this card as well. So a lot of you really feeling fired up about someone. As I said, I think a lot of fantasy is going on in this month. Some of you write fan fictions even about people you know. Some of you just really kind of, you know, when you're in those down times and you're just kind of washing up, or you're in the shower, or you're drifting off to sleep, and you start thinking about these fantasy lives or what could happen with this person. I feel like that's what's going on a lot for a lot of you in this month, just wondering what will happen or what could have happened. Then we have Apollo, inquiry, and Mithras, sacrifice. So Apollo is a very fiery god, and Mithras and Apollo both have this kind of element of light over dark. Like they both have this strong connection to light and allowing that light to shine through the darkness. So I'm going to read the 2 sentence explanations in the guidebook that just come underneath the names. So Apollo says, look for the truth in the situation. Ask and your questions will be answered. Take the time to uncover and connect with who you really are and what you really want. Use your inner wisdom. So I feel like if you do ask for guidance in this month, you will get that response. As I said, intuitively switched on. And then Mithras says, examine the balance between healthy sacrifice and being totally selfless. Consider establishing a code of honor and harmony. So some of you have a tendency to do too much for others in relationships, maybe not just romantically, but just relationships in general. Some of you really put yourself out there for others, you know, really showing that you care. And I think a lot of you get used or get taken advantage of sometimes. So it's saying tread the balance. Especially if you're water signs as well. I find that water signs tend to be very trusting of others a lot of the time and very giving of themselves without getting anything back. So then we have One of Keys, the Architect. I will read from the guidebook for that one as well, but I really just want to pull this card now. Wow, Abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So I wonder why I wanted to pull that before I read from this guidebook. Okay, so One of Keys. I always read from the guidebook for this deck because I like the way that it's written. So, say the man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in this expansive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating and redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths, as well as your authority to take charge. An important opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command that you have over the great scope of this situation and take charge. And then weirdly it says, look at the adjacent card to which the architect is pointing. It can show you some specifics about your plans or change of plans. It can also alert you to unseen events or people of influence that are not yet known to you. And this architect is pointing to this card. Oh my goodness, I swear I've never read that before, so I didn't know that that was something you were meant to do. Wow, so the architect is pointing to prosperity. So that is what is influencing this kind of sense of coming back into power. So maybe some of you are getting a financial windfall in this month, or are going up a level in your career or being recognized in your career in some way. And that is making you feel more secure in yourself and therefore more, more able to kind of go out and ask people, you know, when you get that feeling of confidence because you've done something and it just makes you feel more secure in yourself. That's what I'm getting. And with the architect as well, it's like fantasy placed into reality. So it's like you see the life that you want, or you see the relationship you want, and now you're going to get it. It's like this law of attraction thing. You're determined to go out and get that. Some of you have vision boards or mood boards about the kind of relationship or life that you want to attract. Drück dich klar aus. Express yourself clearly. So yes, stating what you want and need. I'm hearing the name Nathan and the name Kumar as well. So for some of you that will resonate. Number 10, gebrochenes Herz, broken heart. Some of you really healing from that broken heart. Determined to make something of yourself again. As I said, I think some of you are kind of dwelling on past disappointments or past relationships that never really got off the ground. And I feel like it's time to get your head out of the past and into the future, because if you put that kind of fantasizing energy into the future, then you'll be able to bring some really amazing things towards you. So let's get your affirmation card for September, and then we will do your charms and dice. And these affirmation cards are courtesy of the lovely Angel who sent them to me from my Amazon wishlist. So if she's in the comments, please show her some love, you guys. Really kind of her. So this says Divine Dream. I am divinely guided. My intuition shows me the way through my dreaming world. Oh my goodness. So we were talking about intuition and about your dreams and your fantasies really helping you to build this reality. That is incredible. I love these cards. They're such tiny cards and yet they've been so like spot on for me. It's crazy. Okay, so let's do your charms and dice. If you don't like the sound of the charms, or if you have the volume turned up really loud, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them. So group 3, Love Life in September. So we've got the letter R there. That could be someone's name, surname, a place name, a random word might come to you. We've got the ladybird, which is a good luck symbol, and also the pumpkin, which is an autumn symbol. I think September is the beginning of autumn, so that would make sense. We've got the key, a resolution, resolving something, fixing a problem, and I love my dog. So some of you really growing close to your pets, your animals in this month as well, really spending time with those and just expressing love with them. Then we have the helmet. So a difficult time that you've been through has made you stronger and more resilient. You are beautiful. Some of you are star seeds as well, I'm seeing. With that planet there, some of you are star seeds and that will resonate. If you haven't heard of a star seed, I recommend looking it up if you're in this pile. Seeing if you resonate with that. Then you've got the seahorse, and there's a little seahorse here as well. And for me, the seahorse is the symbol of a partner who is prepared to give their 50% share, who is prepared to do 50-50. And I feel like that is what the Mithras card is talking about, that you're manifesting a more balanced relationship in the future, because some of you have really been through relationships where you've been having to do more than the other person or give more than the other person, and you're just not prepared to do that anymore. You have got someone coming your way because you've got the knight there. And the fire extinguisher, which I find funny on this card. The fire extinguisher, putting an end to a crisis situation or a very difficult situation for you. You also have a good friend in this month and someone who is very excited to see you or spend time with you. There's some excitement coming your way, but you are worried about expressing yourself. So maybe there are some throat chakra issues for some of you that need to be healed or fixed. We've got the snake here. So you might find an unlikely friend or an unlikely ally in this month. Also, the snake could refer to the year of the snake, so someone who is born in that year. You've got the Easter egg as well, so springtime may also be important to you. Easter egg is also about surprises coming your way, so this may refer to the unlikely friend. Someone that you didn't think was on your side or that you wouldn't expect to help you suddenly shows up and is kind. You've got defensiveness as well, so don't be defensive about what it is that you're trying to manifest or whatever it is that you've been through, because I do see you having been through something tough. You've got the Chamber of Secrets entrance with this charm, and that's talking about unleashing a monster, you know, opening a can of worms, going through a very difficult time, but it was something you needed to go through. It's taught you some kind of lesson that will stand you in good stead for the rest of your life. You've got the year of the pig as well. Celtic pig of abundance, so abundance is coming your way. So you've got the year of the snake and the pig coming through so far. And the dog, of course, the dog. So those are 3 years that people might be born. You've got the notification bell, so someone or something is trying to get your attention in this month. You have the Leo charm, the lion. Maybe someone or pride is stopping you from accepting help, or pride is stopping you from doing something. So if that resonates, take that on board. We have the blocked heart chakra as well here with the locked heart. So maybe you have been closed off to love for a while because you didn't want to get hurt again, or you just didn't feel ready for love. But you have the true love charm as well. So I just think that's lovely that you are now open to it, that you are kind of healing and moving forward. Then we've got the teapot. It says tea time. So socializing, getting out there, spending time with friends. So you've definitely got a good friend here. You may meet this person through friends, or friends may be able to introduce you, or this person may be a friend for you already. And then we've got the pine cone, which is the symbol of the pineal gland, so third eye issues as well. As I said, I think your intuition is really on point in this month. So we'll get your dice. Okay, so we're using number 2, the original dice. And they look like this. think group 2 got these ones as well. And we're rolling 7 of them for you today. So the lock, the locked heart, then the keyhole, and here's the key. I mean, that's incredible. Some of you really have been closed off to the idea of love. Some of you just really not being able to talk to people in that way or kind of get those feelings for people when you've been through something difficult, but you are going to be resolving that in this month. You are going to be unlocking your ability to do that. We've also got the lightning bolt, so something kind of shocks you in this month, I feel, and it may be this surprise that's coming your way. We've got the bumblebee as well, so you have felt stung, you have felt hurt recently, but I think also the bumblebee is saying you're working hard. You know, you are really working hard on getting your mojo back, on getting back to a position where you feel happy. You have been afraid of your own shadow recently as well. You've been really afraid of what's been going on, or worried about the shadow self a lot, worried about subconscious issues, past traumas. Got the postcard indicating communication again. So I think you are going to be talking to someone romantically in this month. It definitely seems that there is someone either completely new coming into your life in September, so you don't know them yet, or there is a new person that you kind of know at the moment. He's new to you now, or she is new to you now, and you start talking to them more in September. And then we have this dice saying that you've been putting on a brave face for a while, but now in September that smile is going to be real. It's not going to be a forced brave face smile. It's going to be a happy smile of hope and positivity and new experiences. So I really hope you enjoyed this group 3. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you enjoyed it. But do now go and pick your gnome if you haven't done that. Or if you've forgotten which one you chose, go back to the front of the video, pick your gnome. If you remember which one you chose, just jump to the timestamps, because they are going to give you some extra cards, some extra messages, and also your channeled messages as well. But do leave me a comment as well, because I do like to reply to them. I try to reply to all of them. So let's head over to Gnome A now, Gismund. Hey there, if you chose Gismund or Gnome A as your gnome, then this is going to be your additional cards and also your channeled messages. So it's always just a quick bit, this part of the reading, but it's just a nice little way of making it a bit layered and a bit more personalized. So you might have noticed, if you're a regular on the channel, that we're not using my normal gnome bag today, but I just got this a few days ago, so I really wanted to show off the fact that I have it. It's super lovely. So the gnome tarot cards are in here, and I'm gonna live shuffle these as well. Normally what I do, if you're new, is I pre-shuffle all of my cards, including these ones, and I put them in a different bag that has like one of these gnome faces on them, and he has like a real beard that you can touch as well. And then I take those out, and I take out some channeled messages that I've written down and kind of put together, but I always am just writing them down and then shuffle them to see where they go, and it's incredible how they always go together. It's so odd. But I'm gonna I'm gonna live shuffle, sorry, and get your channel messages just directly, because I did that last time with the direct live channel messages, and a lot of people seem to like that as well. Let's see what I'm getting here. I'm actually seeing the letter T and hearing like Tyler, so T and Tyler may resonate with some of you. Let's see what else I'm getting. Yeah, I'm hearing don't give up, don't lose faith or hope. Yeah, I'm hearing this isn't your only chance, or this person, if you're hung up about them, was not your only chance at love. There was a reason why you were with this person, or there was a reason why you know, had to go through this. I'm also seeing red lipstick, so some of you like to wear red lipstick, and I'm seeing actually like you putting it on as if it is armor in some way, like you're kind of bolstering yourself with this lipstick. So that will resonate with some of you. So let's get your gnome tarot cards. Okay, so extra messages. Gismund, what can you tell these lovely people? Okay, so Gismund's given you 3 cards today. You've got the Fool, Durak, then the Pitiorka Magnet, the 5 of Pentacles, Krach, which means ruin, and Pitiorka Bulov, the 5 of Wands, Rost, growth. Okay, so what I'm seeing is it's definitely a new beginning for you guys. This is a new start. You are being put on a new path in life. You have, I think, with the channeled messages, moved on from someone, or you've decided that that person just isn't worth your time, and it feels freeing. It feels liberating in many ways. Look at this guy. He's just so happy. He's only got 1 shoe, and he doesn't care. He's just, you know, skipping around, enjoying life. And I feel like as well there's been a lot of conflict with this person, or just kind of a lot of conflict in your love life generally. You have felt not good enough, or you felt shut out by someone. So maybe you were in a third party relationship and, you know, the person chose someone else, or just hasn't chosen anyone because they want to have both people as an option, and you've decided to pull yourself out of that situation. Some of you have just felt not good enough in your body, in your resources, obviously, because this is like a financial card. Some of you have felt not clever enough, not pretty enough, not funny enough, not interesting enough, and you're finally realizing actually it's not true. It's just the way that that person made me feel. So a lot of you really working on body image and self-esteem. And yeah, this conflict card, it's like you've caught this situation before it could get any bigger, before it could get out of control. You've really realized what was going on. You've understood the situation so much better now. I want to pull another card for you as well from the Whispering Woods Oracle. Okay, Gismund, what are we telling them? Adventure. Live wild and free. Wow, that's really nice. That really works so well with the Fool card. It's time to get back into that Fool energy of happiness and new beginnings and exploration as well. I feel like get out there. If you are someone who is quite introverted or not much of a risk taker, just get out there and try something new. You know, do something that you wouldn't normally do. Maybe even pretend to be more confident than you are or something, or pretend to be more outgoing than you are, and see what it brings towards you. Because I think often when we try on these different selves, it can bring some interesting new energy our way. So maybe give that a try for like a day or a week even in September and see what happens. But I think definitely try and do some things that you've never done before, or that you wouldn't, that the old you wouldn't have considered doing, because I feel like it's like you're moving into a new you, and it's definitely a more happy, more confident, more improved version of yourself. So I really hope you enjoyed this, Gismund's group. Please do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment below, let me know how it resonated. I will try to reply to you. Subscribe if you haven't already. Can't believe we're at 10k. Thank you so much everyone for that. Each and every one of you has been a part of this journey, and I guess now we're on a new journey to something even bigger, hopefully, which is just unbelievable. So thank you, you guys. If you'd like to help out the channel in any way, in the description box there are links as to how to do that. I have a tarot wish list which has some oracle decks as well on Amazon. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations, and of course my Patreon page where you can get to know me better and get access to exclusive content. There is the Instagram page now as well for people who want to follow me on there, and I have an Etsy page if you'd like to book a private reading or an angel healing session. Do check that out. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely month ahead, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there, if you chose Gunvald as your gnome, Gnome B, then this is your extra messages and your channeled messages as well. So if you're a regular at the channel, you'll notice this isn't the usual gnome bag that I use, but everything's a little bit different today. So I really wanted to show off this bag because I just got it a few days ago and I'm really happy with it. So if you're new, I normally use a different bag that has a gnome face on it, and he's got a real beard as well that you can stroke, but this is a new gnome bag to keep tarot cards in. So I just wanted to show that off. And so we are live shuffling with these as well. Normally I would write down the channel messages as well beforehand and do everything pre-shuffled like that, but this time I'm going to get them just live on camera as well. So let's do that. I'm actually hearing Harry, like Harry likes you is what I'm hearing. Harry likes you. Yeah, there's some kind of strong connection in your friendship circle that's romantic for you. So either someone has a crush on you or you have a crush on someone in your friendship circle. And I'm seeing the color orange now. Yeah, they're saying like your friends know, or look to your friends for an answer. So like your friends know that someone likes you or that you like someone. That's what I'm hearing. There's a lot here with the social circle going on. And I'm hearing exciting times as well. So I feel like interesting things are coming towards you guys. So let's see what Gunvald wants to tell you. Okay, we've got quite a lot of cards here. We normally only get 2 or 3. So, you've got Imperatrica, the Empress, Четвірка булав, the 4 of Wands, Безпокойство, which means worry. Then you've got Смерть, death, and Отшельник, the Hermit. So 3 major arcana cards. This is definitely an interesting and very powerful time for you. So I'm seeing Scorpio and Virgo coming through, Taurus potentially as well. What I feel is that you're kind of coming into your confidence and you're more attractive than you realize. I'm feeling as though there is definitely a connection in your friendship group that you're not aware of, or that you are kind of trying to keep a secret. I feel like you're quite a private person. But if you have got a crush on someone in your friendship group, I feel like a lot of people do know. So it may not be as much of a secret as you think. But that's what I'm seeing. And I'm feeling like if you have been through a tough time with a past connection as well, then you're only going to have to tolerate these feelings a little bit longer. That's what this card is saying. And because it's landed next to the Death card, which is about a finite ending to something, like a final thing, this card says that you only need to go through a difficult time a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, and then it's ready. So that's what I'm seeing. I feel like a lot of you really trying to go within and understand why you feel a certain way about someone or why a certain thing happened. But I almost feel like this kind of overanalyzing is just not going to be helpful. I think you need to get out there and spend more time in your social circle, or expand your social circle if you're looking for love. So I'm going to pull you an oracle card as well. So Gunvald, what are we telling these lovely people? Risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. Okay, so that feeling of getting yourself out there again, taking risks, being a little bit daring. You know, maybe you are trying to psych yourself up to ask someone out and you're getting ready to take this risk, or maybe you are, you know, going to get back in contact with someone that you haven't been in touch with for a long time, and again you're trying to psych yourself up to do that, you know, give yourself the strength to do that. So that's what I'm seeing for a lot of you here, is this kind of doing something that's a bit outlandish or that makes your heart beat, but it's in a positive way. I think there's a lot of positive things coming towards you. I just think that you need to leave the past behind you. Whatever's gone on, it's not going to bring you any more positivity now. And I feel like staying in this energy of trying to figure out what went wrong, trying to figure out what happened, is just not going to bring love towards you. It's just going to make you go back into yourself a bit more. So trying to make peace with what's happened is important, I think. But yeah, look to your friendship circle. That seems to be quite a strong message here. So I hope you enjoyed this Gunvald's group. Please do give the video a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment as well, because I do try to reply to all of them. If you would like to help out the channel in any way, then there are links in the description as to how you can do that. There is of course my Patreon page where we do exclusive content and you get to know me better. There is a PayPal link for tips and donations, and of course my Amazon tarot and oracle wish list if you're feeling very generous and you'd like to get something new for the channel. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. Thank you to all of you for helping me to reach 10k. I really did not expect that, so thank you. You've all been a part of this incredible journey, and I guess we're just moving on to even bigger and better things now, which is really unbelievable. But thank you so much, you guys. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and following me on Instagram as well now that I'm on there. And if you'd like to book a reading or an angel healing session, my Etsy page is linked in the description as well. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Have a lovely month ahead, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there, if you chose Geir or Gnome C, then this is your extra messages and your channeled messages as well. If you're a regular on the channel, you'll notice that this isn't the normal gnome bag that I use, but I just got this a few days ago, so I really want to show it off. So this is a new gnome tarot bag. I will go back to using the old one as well though, so if you're new, basically I have this big gnome bag. It's not a tarot bag, it's just a bag to put stuff in, like really long, slim drawstring bag, and it's got a little gnome face on it with a real beard. But this, I just got it a few days ago and I'm so happy with it, so I just wanted to show you guys. But also we're doing things a bit differently again, because normally I would pre-shuffle the cards and I would prepare the channeled messages as well. I write them down and then I shuffle them when I've written 8 down, so there's 2 for each gnome. I shuffle them and then they always end up in pairs that really match each other, which is just crazy. So I'm not doing that this time. I'm just gonna do the live channeled messages and the live shuffling. So let's see what we can get for you guys, group. Channel messages. I'm seeing the letter J and the name John and James and Jack. So those 3 names are coming out quite strongly. The J. Jessica I'm hearing as well. And something like Josie, JC, I'm not sure. These names are coming out, so they may resonate with you. What else am I hearing? I'm hearing you've got a long road ahead, but I'm seeing like a sunrise at the end of this road. It's like it's not a hill, it's just like a flat road, but I'm seeing a sunrise coming out of it. So the sun is going to rise on your situation now. You know, you're going to get truth, you're going to get a lot of comfort and a lot of new experiences coming your way, a lot of happiness. I just think of the sun card and the tarot. Hearing Japan as well. There's a lot of J's coming through here, so Japan is connected for a lot of you. Maybe it's because of the rising sun, I'm not sure. Seeing the colour red as well. And like a mirror. So a lot of you have either been looking in the mirror recently and trying to make a change, or trying to kind of say affirmations in the mirror. Self-reflection I get when I see the mirror as well. I kind of get a hermit feeling of self-reflection, deep understanding. That's what I'm getting from this mirror image. Or maybe some of you have been mirroring someone else, like mirroring what someone else has been going through. Yeah, I'm hearing that it's been an uphill struggle, but now you're nearly there. Like, you've still got a long way to go relatively, but you are nearly there. The sun is coming out. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. Let's get your cards on top. Let's see what Geir wants to tell you. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna have to pick these ones up. I'm not just giving you the whole deck now, am I? Okay. Right, there we are. So you've got 4. I normally only get 2 or 3 from the gnomes, but you've got 4 cards today. Let's just put those down before they spill all over again. So you have Dvojka Monет, the 2 of Pentacles, and it says Объединение, union or unity. Then you have Tuз Mečей, the Ace of Swords, Sila, strength. Then Semyorka Čaš, the 7 of Cups, Pravda, so truth. Pretty sure I said the word truth as well while I was doing the channel messages. And then Восьмерка Čaš, the 8 of Cups, Общественная жизнь, public life. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that there is definitely a new beginning, because we've got this Ace of Swords here. So there is new communication with someone, or just a new way of thinking for you. You're starting to see your situation more clearly and more positively. Both of these cards in this deck are strongly about truth. So discovering truth and speaking your truth as well. This this is all about this gnome who's very, very drunk, and he starts singing and speaking the truth because he's drunk. So maybe some of you will get a drunken confession or a drunken message from someone that really leaves you feeling as though you finally got those answers in this month. A lot of you as well feeling like you have to put on like a positive front or like a show for other people, trying to prove to people on social media or just in your social group that you are doing really well when maybe you have been struggling. So, you know, public life is coming through there. And then the 2 of Pentacles, a lot of you have been, it's like this sense of juggling between what's going on in your inner world and what you want people to think of you on the outside. So trying to juggle this feeling here, but we have got unity. So I feel like some of you are growing closer to someone or will be experiencing a partnership pretty soon. So let's get you an oracle card as well. Okay, so Geir, what do we want to tell these lovely people? Retreat. Spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scents. Okay, so maybe it's about retreating from public life, retreating from social media for a little bit, unfollowing people that you find very toxic or draining or who you don't just really get along with anymore. You know, really being more discerning about whose energy is coming up on your feed, who is able to contact you, all of these kinds of things. I feel like some of you are moving away from some kind of stressful or toxic energy, and starting to see the truth, seeing things more clearly. Speaking your truth is coming through as well, and just it's like the dawning of a new day for you. It's like you've finally woken up and realized, why am I doing this, or why have I been in this situation for so long? I'm now going to do something new. I'm going to do what's right for me. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys here. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please do leave me a comment below as well, because I do try to reply to all of them, and it really makes my day when I get a lovely comment from you guys. If you would like to help out the channel in any way, I have description box links. So I've got Patreon page for anyone who wants exclusive content or to get to know me a little bit better. That's the way to do that. I've got a tarot and oracle Amazon wishlist, so for anyone who wants to be really kind and generous like Angel was, then please do consider looking at that, seeing if there's anything that you think would work well with the channel. And I've got a PayPal link as well for tips and donations for my YouTube readings. If you'd like to book a private reading or an angel healing session, I've got my Etsy page linked in the description box as well. So lots of things that you can do just to, you know, get a reading, get a healing session, or help out the channel in some small way. So thank you so much to all of you who have done that, and thank you to all of you who are subscribers as well, because you have been part of this incredible journey. I can't believe we're at 10k, and I guess we're now kind of on this road to something new. So we are, you know, on the road to an even bigger and more crazy number. So thank you all of you who've been a part of that. You really have been the people to make this, so thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot to me, and I just can't believe how lovely so many of you are in the comments section. I get some really lovely messages, so just thank you to all of you. Have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely month ahead as well. Thank you so much for joining me and spending your time with me here, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there everyone who chose Gjord or Gnome D as their gnome, my last pile. This is your extra messages and your channeled messages as well. Now, if you're a regular on the channel, you'll notice that this isn't the usual gnome bag that I have, but I just got this the other day and I really just want to show it off because I really like it. So I will be going back to the original gnome bag probably the next time we do this, but I just wanted to show off that I have it. So if you're new to the channel, I don't normally use this. I have a different gnome bag that's longer, and it's got like a gnome face on it with a beard, so that's what I just wanted to use that today. And normally as well, I would pre-shuffle the gnome cards and I would write down the channeled messages and kind of pre-shuffle them into piles, and weirdly they always end up in pairs that match up, so that's weird. But I'm not doing that today because last time when I did live channeled messages, that seemed to get a good reception as well, so I'm just kind of mixing it up a bit, you know, trying to keep things different all the time, not always doing the same thing. So I'm just going to get your channeled messages now. Let's see what's coming through. Getting the letter V and the name Vera or Veronica is coming through, as well as Victor. I'm getting a lot of names today, which isn't something I normally get. Yeah, I'm hearing victory as well now. So maybe Victor wasn't a person's name, but like a describer, like you're the victor. Yeah, I'm seeing Horus as well. The Egyptian god Horus seems to work with you a lot, or he's guiding you through this time. And I'm hearing like this is a channeled song now, which again isn't something I regularly get, but this is Climb Every Mountain from The Sound of Music, which is one of my favourite movies when I was a kid. So Climb Every Mountain, you might want to listen to that if you haven't heard it before, but I think the words, the lyrics in that song are going to be really inspiring for you. Yeah, I'm hearing like just keep going, just keep swimming, you know, just keep going, don't stop. No matter what is being thrown your way, don't stop. And I'm also hearing I'm here for you. So there is someone either romantically or in your friendship group who wants to support you, wants to let you know that they're there. Maybe you already know about this and you don't really want to lean on this person for support, or maybe you're not aware, but there is someone who wants to be there for you. So let's get your cards out now. So let's see what Gjord wants to tell you. Okay, so we've got Devyatka Manyet, the Nine of Pentacles, Skupust, which means kind of miserliness, tightness, not wanting to spend money. Then Karoliava Chash, the Queen of Cups, Bjeremennest, pregnancy. Rytsar Mieche, the Knight of Swords, Diplomatia, diplomacy. And finally Smert, death. Okay, so zodiac signs I'm getting quite a lot. Scorpio is coming out twice again here. So if you were the group that got the Scorpio twice before, because we got the death card in one of the main piles, then that's interesting. So we have got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through. What I'm seeing, some of you are pregnant. Some of you are actually literally pregnant or trying to get pregnant. And if so, then September is a good month for this. But what I'm seeing as well is some of you are growing closer to someone who is likely an air sign. You're talking to someone. There's this feeling of communication here going on. And I think you've been on your own for a while, a lot of you. There's this feeling of kind of just having yourself to rely on, being independent. Maybe this has been a time in between relationships where you've been purposefully on your own, like you didn't want to be with anyone for some time because you were just working on yourself, or maybe it just wasn't by choice and you just ended up on your own, and now you're looking to talk to someone and grow closer to someone because there is this person here who is a good talker. Like they are someone who's very interesting, very intelligent, very maybe a smooth talker. That's what I'm getting, this diplomacy person. Maybe they come from overseas, or they are involved in some way with another country, culture, or language. But yeah, some of you trying to get pregnant or are pregnant. For some of you, it just means that you are allowing yourself to receive abundance in this month. And some of you also very in tune with your intuition. I feel like a lot of you chose pile 3 if you've picked this gnome, because we've got 2 of the cards repeated here that were in pile 3. Yeah, some of you, your intuition is really on point in this month, so trust it. Trust your feelings. And again, I'm getting that sense of fantasy coming through here, but there is something that you're moving on from. You're leaving an ex or the past just in general behind you because you want to move into a new phase of your life. So let's get a oracle card for you as well from the Whispering Woods Oracle. So, Gjord, what do you want to tell these lovely people? Caution. Tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. Okay, interesting. So no sudden movements in this month, you guys. You know, make sure that you've thought through your decisions before you make them, because I think for a lot of you, if you are very broody or spending a lot of time kind of in your imagination or in your fantasies, then you may not realize that the reality of what you think you want could be very different from the actual fantasy. You know, the fantasy is always better than the reality. So if you feel attracted to someone who you know isn't good for you, but you're kind of having this nice bad boy, bad girl fantasy going on in your mind, then I feel like the reality would be very different from that. Or if you really want to get pregnant, but you feel like logically it's not the right time for you, then maybe that's also something to be aware of. Like, be careful with your contraception in this month. But I think some of you are already pregnant or trying to get pregnant, and so September, it seems to be quite a fertile month in many ways, not just because of the physical thing there, but also because there seems to be new communication and kind of new abundance coming your way in September. So really, really interesting cards. So looks positive, looks like you are leaving the past behind you and starting to grow closer to a person. There's just this caution if you're not wanting to get pregnant, or if you might make decisions based on fantasy or based on feelings rather than logic. Just be careful about that in this month. So really hope you enjoyed this Gjord's group. Please do leave the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd also love it if you would leave me a comment below. I really love reading them, and I do try to reply to all of them as well. thank you to everyone who has subscribed and has helped me reach 10k, because I really just can't believe that we're there, and I guess now we are on the road to something even bigger than that. So thank you to all of you, because it really just exceeded my expectations incredibly, so thank you. If you'd like to help out the channel in any way, I have links in the description as to how you can do that. I've got a Patreon page, of course, where you can access exclusive content and get to know me a little bit better. I also have my tarot and oracle wish list on Amazon, and I have a PayPal link for tips and donations as well. If you would like to book a private reading or an angel healing session, then my Etsy page is linked in the description as well as that. Please read the description of the listing before you book as well, because I get a lot of people who book a reading and then I've got to chase them for information because they didn't understand what they were buying or they haven't given me the information that I needed. So please do that, because it means that you'll get your reading quicker and it makes it a lot less work for me as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely month ahead and a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care.